you know that in the world today, according to the Food Aid Foundation, there are roughly 795 million people who are starving without a stable food source. That's like 1 in every 7 people. They don't have any means of food. So the vast majority of these people live in developing countries like Asia, Africa. So that's like where the main crisis is. It's because these parts of these nations are extremely poor because of this lack of food and needs to acquire food. So since there's so many people without food in such a large area, it makes it a very difficult problem to address, much less fix in a short amount of time. Okay, so there are organizations that try and help on a large scale, such as the Hunger Project and Bread for the World. There are a lot of others, but it takes a long time to list them off. But like, what can you do to help on a local level or on a global level? So in Carolina Beach, there's a food pantry that people go to and donate. The food is then given to people who are unable to afford it. All throughout the world, there are places like this for people without food or the means to grow food. People should donate any food they can to try and help this problem. Even if it is on a local scale, it still helps. Like any organization, like a church or a school, I know we do food drives here to help. So there are also missionaries that go out to developing countries to help teach people how to farm and prepare food. Donating to these organizations helps on a major scale. I know some businesses here sponsor missionaries that go and help developing villages in Africa. Like my church sponsors a village. It's Sinati in Zambia in Africa, and that's a place where food and water are both problems. So I hear a lot about the hunger crisis from that, and I also hear ways that we can help. We have missionaries that go out and plant food and build buildings for them. So people are isolated and don't have income or access to food or the means to grow food, and that's like the problem in these countries. Even if they do have access to it, they don't have the means to grow it. You can go to the food banks and help volunteer. You can help bag food, you can help hand out food, which gives you service hours that you need and helps people get food which they need. Even just helping in your city doesn't seem like it will do a lot, but it helps even on a small scale. I know CFA, we did like a food packaging thing a while ago where we gave out food we did like, I don't remember the exact number, but there was a lot. So my grandmother is always helping with food banks and food drives and food donations. She's always bringing in food to try and help as much as she can. She's one of the main reasons I did this project, because she's showed me like how large this problem is. I've gone with her to volunteer at food banks, and a lot of the people who come in there have 3 or 4 children and are unable to provide for them in any way, and they come in there and they just get huge amounts of food. And the people who get the food are so grateful for like such a basic necessity that we all take for granted. Like when you go to the grocery store, you don't think, oh, there are people in the world, like an entire country of people that just don't have this. So just so you can see the difference, on the left here's somebody who isn't hungry, on the right who's somebody who's starving.
Oh, are we really like that?
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, you just have to donate old canned food. It helps in so many ways that we just can't see. Like, the main item to donate is just canned goods. I know I have like 50 cans of just food in my house that we won't get rid of. Just donate that. Since it is a widespread problem, donating to organizations that help in other countries is also very beneficial. So like, there should be a list coming up. So all these, these are just places in Wilmington you can donate. So the Four Seas Pantry, Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, the Good Shepherd Center, First Fruit Ministries, Pine Valley Church of Christ, Carolina Beach Pres also does food donations and collections. And there's more, also the Help Center of Carolina Beach. Basically any church here will do a food drive. The school also does food drives. Most schools here will do them, and if there is one, you can just donate any food you have.